Well, I'm back. Been a while. Last time I had a video up, there was 4 inches of snow on the ground. Kind of want to show you what I've been doing. A little bit of work on the truck, but mostly it's been back here. In this area, the wind is blowing a little bit. You can see these, I call them pylons, pillars, whatever you want to call, 6-inch sewer pipe that I put in the ground, filled them with concrete with some anchor bolts, and it has a 2x6 plate or board on top. This is in preparation for my new carport that's going to come in, and we're going to put it right here. It's 22 feet wide, 21 foot from the shop out to the outside, deep. And yeah, there is no cross member that goes across there. It's just got the two sides on it, and then it's got the roof on it that supports it. But anyway, we got these all leveled up. Not the straightest in the world. It was kind of difficult putting the auger down in the ground to get those perfectly lined up, but they're close enough, and I hope it'll work. But yeah, that was about all a 66-year-old guy would want to do. I was pretty whooped after doing that. I did everything by myself, no help. So, but anyway, it will make room for that trailer. And there's a trailer and a boat out there. And I also have a roller that you can kind of see over there. Of course, my fuel tank will sit right here. It used to sit over there, but it's going to sit here now. And but anyway, those things will be going in here, as well as my log splitter and a few other items. Get inside here, we'll show you some other things that I've done. But as far as the truck is concerned, you can turn the light on here, it might help. Yesterday, the 10th of May, I took it up to the muffler shop, local shop, and they put the exhaust in for me. They didn't mount it exactly like I wanted it to, but it's going to work. You can see the muffler. Yeah, the muffler was supposed to mount underneath this little plate here, come out, but he didn't quite understand what I wanted, so he put it there. But it's got it, you know, he extended the tailpipe out pretty good, which is nice because I don't know exactly how far that's going to stick out with after my bed and bumper and stuff's on. So he said you can always, you know, cut it off. I said yeah, but it sits nice and flat. So that aspect of it I like. It wasn't quite in the right spot, but it'll work. But yeah, the old girl's running really good. I just drove it up on my trailer, took it up there, and had him do that yesterday. And so, but I've got another small project that I'm working on. This is the old tractor that I used to have here, and it was over at my brother's, and that's a 1956 John Deere 420U, and you can see it's kind of rough, needs a lot of TLC, leaks a little bit of hydraulic fluid, but we always had some issues starting. It's a 6-volt system with a positive ground, and with working with that truck I realized that my cables were not quite heavy enough for a 6-volt system, so I put on some new cables a little bit heavier, and that aided a lot and I just purchased a tune-up kit. I'm going to new cap, rotor, points, and condenser. Got a couple plugs. Might even dig up some wiring to put into it. It's just a 2-cylinder. But that's not the big issue. It runs, it's, you know, starts good, but I have to get a new rim. This rim doesn't look bad over here. See, I still got chains on it, but the inside of this rim is just about shot. See that there? The what has happened is these tires are filled with a solution to give it weight, and the solution is like a brine-based solution, so it won't freeze in the winter. And as a result, if you get a hole in your tube or any way that that leaks out, it gets inside your rim and just eats it from the inside out. And that's what it's done, because it's that brine solution. Salt water is what it is. And it's today they have different solutions. I'm sure they put in those tires to keep them, gives it weight is the whole idea behind it. But yeah, it's going to be kind of tricky finding that rim. I think I can find one, but you're looking about $500 for a pop for that, so it's not going to be cheap. The other side's not too bad. It's starting to show a little bit up around the valve stem there, but that's about the only spot, so I think we're going to hold off on that rim and just do the other side. But it's a fully hydraulic system, hydraulic bucket and everything. It's not got a trip bucket on or anything like that. It's not a very big bucket. That was one of the things I didn't like about it, because you can see the front wheels are wider than the bucket. So for pushing snow or stone or anything of the sort, it makes it kind of difficult. But anyway, we want to get it that, and then I want to get it back. Got to use it out here for a few things. I'm going to take it back to my brother's, so because I don't have any place to put it. Might be able to put it out underneath that carport. We'll wait and see. Depends on when those guys get that thing built. But the truck, I'm going to, I've got some chain falls here, and I will have to lift those up, cinch that up higher on that chain, be able to put it up there so that I can get that off of that, what I'm going to call a portable stand, I guess. I don't know. But I want to lift that up off of there, and then I'm going to take the truck, pull it up here, set it, and then I'm going to bring the cab slowly down on top of the frame. But obviously before I do that, I have to remove the steering wheel. I'm going to take all this apparatus here, this off, my dashboard will come off, and so that when you bring it down, none of that stuff will be in the way. The idea, and of course the seat's going to have to come off too, all that apparatus there. But the idea behind that is I want to get it on the frame, and I want to get it mounted. It's not going to be, I'm not going to cinch it down real tight, but I just want to get all the bolt holes, everything lined up on it, and then put the doors on it, get those so that they close right. And then what I want to do with the doors closed, I want to go on the inside of it with some steel and do a couple cross braces, one from each side over to the post, to the back corner, and from the same thing over here. Get those cross pieces, tack them in the center, hold it together, and then I'm going to take it off the frame, and then I'm going to do some work on the body with it off. I think it'll be a whole lot easier to work with it off than it will be on the frame. There'll be some things I could do possibly, but most of the work, like all the front firewall here, You could possibly do some of it on the frame, but look at how much easier it is sitting out in the open. So that's kind of the plan. I needed to get that foundation in for that carport first, because they're going to be coming any time, and it's ready now. So we'll get the tractor done, get it good, and then we're going to lift this guy up and put it on the frame. So I will bring you along when we get to that point, show you what I'm doing, and hopefully it doesn't booger up anything. But yeah, I want to take my knob off too. Don't want to scratch that thing up. I like that. So, but it's running good. I took it out, and let's see, I give you maybe a cold start here. Make sure it's out of gear. Tried to start it one time, almost run over myself. But I take the hot wire off just in case it wants to drain it, but just have to turn the key on, give it the gas pedal, and then this is the pedal. Got the choke out. There you go. That's first I've started it today. A lot quieter than it used to be. But runs pretty good. The more I drive it, the better it gets. And you can see I've got no leakage underneath it. So I took it around the block yesterday after I got it back and brought it in here, set it, and I've got no leaks. Good. So that's it to it. Works good. Like I said, just take this little clamp off and put it right up there. So emergency brake worked well. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I gotta button that plate up. I gotta put that back on. And yeah, I'll show you what else I got. I got a kit here for the mounting of the cab. There's a fellow that follows me on YouTube there that is involved with the VCCA, and anyway, he put together this kit for me and sold it to me pretty reasonable. And this I had bought prior, so these are a couple pieces of wood that go in the cab for where you mount it at, and some springs and stuff which go on the bolt. I haven't really looked at this real well, but this is kind of identifies how things go together. But that's where we're at, guys. So just thought I'd bring and give you an update on everything that's going on here. And we'll bring you back when we get that bad boy in the air. So thanks for watching and subscribing, and we'll see you soon.